Hi everyone, this is Dennis and this is
Raymond.
Hey, welcome. This is another podcast of ours and we wish to share with everyone one of the most affordable projects currently at this market sentiment, and this is called Canberra Crescent Residences.
So now let's go a bit of our disclaimer of the video. So for any information or anything you are unclear of, you can actually contact us in our social medias or contact below. Dennis.
Wow, recently has been quite a rush for everyone, and one of my clients was actually lucky to buy these Lindenwoods, and because it is a capital land development, and hence there were a lot of people trying to get a piece of this land over in this plot. And surprisingly, at this market sentiment where we have all the Trump tariffs, right, all the low interest rates, with all the war going on, but everyone is still rushing to go and buy units. And look at Lindenwoods. It's an average of 2,450 PSF, but on day one itself, 94% sold. I remember it was 95 point something, but it doesn't matter. The thing is, on day one only. And the interest is so high. And if you ask me why, I do not know, but apparently everyone seems to be very, very keen in real estate right now. Or probably in other forms of investment, we're not too sure. But it's only known to everyone that actually the market demand is very strong for property. And you look at Lindenwood, when we have about 300 plus units over there, every individual is just buying one by one. But you look at this slide over here. We are looking at Chuan Grove site. And Chuan Grove site have 7 bids, meaning there are 7 developers that actually went in to bid for this particular piece of land. And the price is at 1376, PSF PPR. If you want to know what's PSF PPR, we'll do a short clip for you to let you understand more. But ultimately, this particular plot of land is one of the hottest favorite for most of the developers. So if it's as individuals, we're buying 1 unit each, imagine developers are buying land plots, land by land, And what does that mean?
So what I'm trying to say is that currently in the market, there's a lot of demand by the buyers. And what happened in this particular site is that there's also a lot of demand by the developers.
Yes,
right?
Correct.
In the land bids in the Singapore side, although land has been very scarce.
And developers are just buying. I don't know whether they know something or they don't know something, but apparently they probably have better updated news than us, right? So hence, if you ask me, right now, since the market is so strong, and that's the reason why we are here today to share with you one of the most affordable full-fledged condominium launches as of this recording. And this is called Canberra Crescent Residences. So today's topic, these are the few things we're going to cover, and actually just want to share with you some of the key pointers of this particular full-fledged condo, whether the future plans around this development will help, and most importantly, if today we have a chance to buy a price that is 3 to 4 years ago, would you buy?
Definitely, man.
Look at all the pricing over these years, the PSF over the years has climbed so high, right?
Yes.
And therefore, if today with this particular project we help you to buy a price that people has paid before, why not just hang on longer with us over here?
Yes. So apart from that, we'll talk about a bit of the unit analysis. We summarize overall some of the unique selling points for this project and see whether we are keen to overhead about this project.
So for Canberra Crescent Residences, they have 2 powerhouse developers that's currently in this project doing the whole thing, which is King Leong Co and Loh Kin Huat Singapore Limited. They do a lot of luxe projects, and I really mean a lot. And namely, Mayor House, Crimson Hill, Nassim, 21 Anderson, 32 Gilstead, all these are done by them. But honestly, why would such strong, luxurious developers come into Northside and build a land? And today just my friend was telling me I'm very good at selling Iskandar properties or Northside properties, right? But this particular developer is actually here to build something that is of luxury but within reach for the masses.
So I think a lot of projects in the outskirt area, we always say it's for the mass market. Right, but mass market generally, I think these 2 developers, what they're trying to bring in also is the quality of the finishing, the stove, for example, the appliances and all that things.
Yes.
Right. So they're trying to bring all this luxury stuff into the mass market condos, which I think can be very affordable for us as well.
Correct. And therefore, these 2 developers, they actually are awarded Conquest Band 1 Builder, which also means Band 1 being the highest and Band 6 being the lowest. They are awarded Band 1 because they have very low incidences of major defects compared to other developers. And therefore, they are only reputatable because of all the luxury projects with this kind of branding. So buying into this project is not a big problem actually. Now, when we look at the location of Canberra Residences. In some cases, we will call it CCR, easier for everyone. Now, CCR, if you notice, is actually just in Sembawang itself. It's almost about 800 meters from Sembawang MRT, about 500 to 600 to Canberra MRT.
So it's both sides this way and this way.
Correct.
Almost in the middle.
Yeah. And you are very near to Bukit Canberra, one of the newest active SG sports hall in Singapore, and we are very near Sembawang Beach, plus a lot of greenery. Right, amenities, bus stops, they are almost everywhere. And also, if you look at the 3 main plots over here, you don't have to worry about education for your children over here in this particular development, because these are future educational plots and they have new schools coming up as well.
Yeah, in fact, actually, if a lot of homeowners or buyers, right, you talk about exit strategy. In fact, this whole plot over here are all BTOs. Yep. All the way. Right, and I think the current latest transaction around there, the 5-room flats, goes about, I think, 700,000 to 800,000.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy price. Yeah, but I think that's why the exit strategy for CCR or even the ECs around the area can fetch a pretty good price as well.
Yep. And we're going to talk about future plans later, which is going to let you see actually the potential of entering right plus exiting even better in the future. And then here we are having the site plan for everyone to see. This particular project has 4 blocks and they have 376 units with more than 100% of parking lots. And that only shows that they are very family oriented. And later on, when we go to the unit mix, you will realize that actually this whole project really built on family livability. Now, with our landscaping architect, which is salad dressing, they actually made the whole estate more than 74%, mainly on facilities and greenery, which also means that they want to blend in together with the rest of the surrounding and make it a very livable space, close to nature and being very comfortable. All the blocks, they are all having an unblocked view towards the black and white houses, and almost every single block is about true north-south facing. So that area with unblocked views right in front, which is a landed enclave, actually is very windy as well.
I think apart from that, right, block 51 and 53, they have the full facing on the landed enclave over here. They have actually, I think, 3 rows of landed houses.
Correct.
Even for 55 and 57, they are facing over, pretty good facing as well.
Unblocked all the way to the black and white. Now, how about future plans? So, of recent years, Raymond, I think the government has been putting a lot of emphasis in the north side of Singapore.
Correct.
All right. And actually, this is the most important part when I speak to my clients when they visited this show flat. And my very first question to them is, actually, do you think it's the right time to buy now?
In fact, I think when in the past, right, when we talk about Yishun, Canberra, Sembawang, Admiralty, Woodlands, what is the first thing in mind that people comes into your mind? First thing about this place in your mind?
JB.
Or JB, What else? They will say that the houses there are cheap.
Yes.
Right? I mean, if you want to go for more affordable houses, go for Yishun or Woodlands. But in fact, from last year onwards, right, do you know the price actually hiked up so much?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Right? Last year, in fact, I got a transaction. My co told me they have a 50,000 COV.
Wow.
And the buyer still pay for it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, 50, so ever since then, I think the transaction has been going up higher and higher. And to the point where by now, I think Canberra is being named one of the more expensive houses in this particular North District. Yeah, and even Woodlands now, the new BTOs coming up beside the MRT, or those at Marsiling, can fetch pretty good price as well. I think this overall bring up the whole value in the North area.
Yes.
Yeah, I think having said that, the whole North area also come up with a lot of different things that the government trying to do.
Yes.
Right, what we call it the
CBD decentralization.
Yes, correct. I think with this in mind, right, they're trying to set out different sectors in Singapore to focus on different things.
Yes.
For example, the CBD area here, the downtown core will be the finance and banking. The west side here, we're trying to go into a maritime and port, more of manufacturing and heavy industry, or even R&D and innovation. On the north side, Woodland Regional Centre, we're going to focus a lot more on the industrial logistics, biotech, manufacturing, agri-food cluster, and even education and R&D. And of course, the Punggol Digital District, which is a whole plot of things over here.
Yep. And then after that, we got the Eastern Gateway. The Eastern Gateway where all the aviation and aerospace are going there.
Definitely.
Together with the data centers like how Changi City Point and the area where they have the banking and stuff, right?
Correct.
So this CBD decentralization actually helps to, like you mentioned, spread the crowd.
The focus.
Yes, to every single part of Singapore based on the strengths of each part of Singapore, right?
Correct.
Now the thing is, this actually helps especially in the north side. Because in the north side, we have all the industrial and logistics, the biotech advance, and most importantly, if I go to the next slide here, they actually have the north-south corridor right at the start. And while we are looking at this slide here, the north-south corridor actually starts from Admiralty Road West all the way to Lentor, and this is the viaduct that actually bypass the whole, let's just say the whole Yishun. It reduces the traffic jam, the traffic lights and whatever not. I've been living in Yishun, so this is actually quite a pain to me.
So those that live in the north, right, do you actually notice a lot of construction that's going on?
Yes, a lot.
Yeah, like a lot of flyovers and big blocks going to build on. Yes. So actually this north-south corridor essentially is to ease the city congestion. One of the objectives.
Right. So there will be more outlets and inlets in and to the north side of Singapore as well. And of course, other than the viaduct that is right on top, we also have the tunnel.
Correct.
Right. So this tunnel actually goes from Lentor Avenue to East Coast Parkway all the way down, and this will be only surfacing in about 2029.
So for those that are ranging from Admiralty Road to Lentor Avenue, it's set to open in 2027.
Yes, correct.
Okay, so it's
a
some
lot
good
faster.
news for the car.
Yeah, in
travelers
fact,
as well.
by the time CCR is being TOP'd, this should be out already.
Definitely.
So imagine there's this element called the auto elevation, meaning whatever price you buy now, because of all the surrounding developments of Singapore, right? Your pricing for your property actually auto increased. Not because the viaduct can auto elevate. Now, the other one, which is what Singapore has been talking all this time, will be this RTS, right? With this RTS, just about 4 to 5 stops from CCR, you can go straight to the new Woodlands MRT and connect straight up to the JB Singapore RTS.
Yes.
Which brings you to JB a lot faster. Currently, we have all the bus lah, you can
train,
walk, you can train,
walk,
the $5 train,
Yeah.
right? Which it's very hard to get the tickets.
Correct.
You can drive there, but you need to suffer all the jam. But imagine next time when this is up, which is actually very quick. Right now, if you drive past the causeway, you actually see all the whole railroad track is already up.
I think they're almost ready already.
Yeah, exactly. So this is one of the main selling point. Then a lot of you might have seen and been to Sembawang Shipyard, which is just beside Sembawang Beach. But this particular news about the shipyard being redeveloped is a very different concept, and it's actually very good news. Because a lot of times for the past 30 years I've been there, everyone has been complaining about Sembawang Beach very dirty lah because of all this whatever, right?
Yep.
Now they're going to shift the whole Sembawang Shipyard to Tuas, and which only means what they're going to do, they're going to redevelop the whole place into another township. So in our podcast we didn't mention this particular project called One Marina Gardens, but when we seen other videos by our colleagues out there, One Marina Gardens is a very typical example of how Singapore want to build a big empty piece of land into a residential, into a township.
Correct.
Where residential, where commercial and retail and everything can be there. So they want to improve livability in a stranded place in Singapore, right? So when this is up, which is currently under proposed studies, I'm quite sure North Side will have a very good increase in terms of pricing. Then we have so many MRT lines, but we might not have enough in the west side and also the north side. And that's why in the parliament just a couple of weeks ago, they actually mentioned this proposed line, which is called the Seletar MRT line, which goes all the way from Woodlands, Sembawang, Sengkang West, Serangoon North, Whampoa, Kallang, and all the way to the Greater Southern Waterfront. So with this line here, not mentioning the name Tengah line, it's going to make things a lot different compared to what we are currently having. So if you have noticed in the current real estate market, anywhere that going to build
a new line, correct.
Wow, then it will be very interesting for us to enter. Look at TEL line.
Correct.
For the past
brown
at
line.
least 8 months, the brown line, right? For the past at least 8 months, every single project that is near there actually almost sold out on just within the first month. And even though what we are talking here, Seletar MRT line is not a brown line or whatever line, I'm not sure. Maybe it will come out like a pink line, but end of the day, it is near MRT.
Definitely.
So this thing will actually increase.
So in fact for this CCR, right, you can see it's probably walkable distance from here to the newest line.
Yep.
And I think this actually essentially creates a lot of hype for our project as well.
Of course.
Yeah, in terms of convenience, in terms of moving from one end to the other end of Singapore, right? I think it will save a lot of time for our consumer.
A lot. Then after that, if you don't drive, you have a Seletar MRT line. If you drive, you have the North-South Corridor. And if you don't want to stay in Singapore, you can just go straight to the other
RTS.
country. Yeah, exactly. So this location is not central, but actually is
It's very convenient.
convenient.
Correct.
Now, the thing is, I have just only mentioned some of the important points where we talk about the nation progress, particularly in the north. We haven't talked about all these demand and supply and also the future plans. The thing is, there are so many things to mention over here. So hence, if you want to know more on what are the more potential exit plans that you can harness when you buy this particular project currently, I think we should meet and talk.
Definitely.
Coming to one of the most important segment of this particular video is how do we turn back the clock? Because time is money, time is necessity, time is precious. So if today we are given a chance to buy a unit at a price of 3 years ago, I don't know about you, but for us, we'll jump. For this particular project, technically, we kind of bring back time to at least, not 3 years, at least 4 years. So let's take a look over here.
Do you know what I always tell my client? I always say, when the boat sail, it means it's gone already. But you know what happened now?
The boat is back
again. Right? The boat is back again. Right? So we have to see on really is this year really a price similar to 3-4 years ago prices. And this gives you actually a second chance in life. Okay?
Second chance, or probably not just a second chance, it will be the first biggest chance ever.
Exactly.
Right. So in this particular slide that I show here, basically we are looking at the new launch recap of what happened since 2020 to 2021. Now, if we look at over here, we have 2022 with the EC pricing at about 1490 square feet. And then we have the private over here at about 1670 PSF. Pardon us on the spelling here. But when we look at these condominiums at EC launching in this particular year, 2022-2021, we have the ECs over here, Park Canberra, Province and North Gaia. And then we have the private condo, which is Commodore and Watergun. And when we are looking at these two pricing at this video, we will never see such pricing anymore. Never. Unless it's a resale condo. And this resale condo needs to be at least maybe about 10 years old. Then we probably can see something like that.
Correct.
Let me move forward with this private condo called Water Gardens at Canberra. Actually, I missed this chance to buy, so it's still painful for me. But anyway, 2021 September, a 4-bedder sold at February 2025. And the profit margin is about 438k. Now, this is only a 4-bedder. But when we look at 2-bedder, when we look at 3-bedders, the annualized profit per year is almost about 5% to 7+%. And we are talking about Water Gardens and Canberra, granted a little bit nearer to MRT, but when they launched this project, Canberra was almost empty. BTOs wasn't up yet, foundation was beating up, no Canberra Plaza, no Bukit Canberra, it was empty. And those owners that bought here, right now they are reaping the fruits of their labor. Then next one we have Commodore. So Commodore, November 2021, sold at February 2025, and right now their annualized is almost about 4.7% to 6.69%. And when we are looking at this, these two are full launch condos, and therefore their profit margin is as such at a point where Canberra was just starting it up.
I think these two that I mentioned actually is the condos around the area. I think similarly for the EC performance, right, we have Criterion, Park Life, Visionaire, Signature, Asian, and even Brownstone. I think the latest one is the Park Life. With that set in mind, right, their average PSF is about 1.3, and I think recently one of my clients sold 2-bedder Park Life at close to $1 million. And I think their profit that they gain, right, is almost on average close to 70% increase in the capital gains. The reason being different from the condo, right, is also because their holding period is much longer as well.
A little bit
compared
longer.
to condo. Because for condo, you see, for example, Commodore and Water Gardens, right? They bought at 2021 and they have to wait 3 years to build, and they only can sell 2024 or 2025. About 3 years holding period. Whereas for ECs, your MOP starts only when you take your key. That's the difference. So it's actually a total of like about 2 years to build and 5 years to stay. About 8 years. That's why their capital gains is much higher as well.
But it's still very high for EC though, especially in the north side.
Definitely. Of course, EC, you have certain things like your grants or whatnot that comes in as well. Next, we talk about the affordability of these buyers around the area. Currently, I felt that EC and condo are better reach for first-time buyer and BTO owners. Do you agree with me that EC and condo buyers, right, are better reach for first-time buyers?
Oh, of course. They are able to upgrade to private properties a lot easier if they were starting off a BTO. I'm not saying that BTO confirm can earn money, but at least when they stay there, they can enjoy a brand new place.
But of course, I mean, they also have the cons whereby whether can you wait for 3 years to build, right? Or whether can you endure the waiting period.
Actually, last time the waiting period was much longer.
4 to 5 years.
Yeah, the building is about 4 to 5 years.
Definitely.
Then after MOP another 5 years, so technically it's 10 years now. But of recent news, HDB has mentioned that they can build as fast as 3 years.
Because they are being built in the Lego setup kind.
Yes, the Lego setup.
Correct. I think the reason why they are better reach for EC and condos, right, is because the average monthly household income has been increased along the years.
Yes.
Although people keep saying pay the increase now, but in fact, right, according to stats, actually there's a lot of increment along the years. And currently with the BTO owners and the first-time buyers, right, BTO owners have these capital gains to be able to make the leap to private housing. Of course, it will be a lot of convincing to do, my block to clear in order to make the jump, because it would be quite an excessive in terms of what it would come out in terms of cash and CPF as well.
But I don't think it's a very scary one. In fact, with proper calculation and with very precise clarity,
Correct.
it's very easy for someone to move from a HDB, whether it's a BTO or resale, going into private property. And this is why in our team we are being trained to provide this kind of clarity and calculations for all our clients, so that when they do that move, ultimately they only have themselves to thank because their retirement is secure.
I think at the end of the day, they must be very clear on what's the objective.
Yes.
And of course, the calculation part in terms of the finances, don't want to be over leveraging as well. Okay, so next up, we'll be going into the units analysis for CCR. So CCR, we have a total of 4 different bidders, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Of course, 2, 3, 4, we have the different floor plan and type. And according to the site plan as well, we'll go through about it. In the show flat, we have 3 units that we'll be showing to the buyers.
Yes.
2 bedroom premium, 3 bedroom premium, and of course 4 bedroom standard. But of course, going through this video, we'll show you all the different floor plans and comparison as well. So according to the units mix, I think this developer, they focus a lot on 3-bedder because of the homeowners and the surroundings as well.
The surrounding has a lot of HDBs, and as well as we have a lot of BTOs coming up in a very near future, like Chenjaru, Sembawang North, Woodlands, that area, which this condo actually fits whatever family profile that all these HDB owners have, will eventually be swing or suck into this particular project. And 3-bedders itself in this project has more than about 52%.
Yes.
So 52% of 3-bedders are, exactly. Quite a lot
Yeah, so I think this developer, right, they also focus a lot on the flexibility in what you can do in the unit itself. Because some development, right, is very fixed.
Yes.
Okay, or the wall cannot hack, they cannot do some reconfiguration in terms of their layout. But I think this developer itself, right, they are very creative.
So what Raymond mentioned just now about how this particular project can provide flexibility in terms of their bedroom or even their unit configuration is because of this particular slide here. All the time, most of the projects that we deal with, they are also this thing called the PVVC, right? Where essentially, like a Lego lover like myself, we can build things, right? So this is exactly how they build. They build the whole cast of the room itself from outside and then bring to the side and then tak. That's how we do it. But for CCR, Canberra Crescent, over here we use something called one of the most advanced casting system, which is called APCS, Advanced Precast Concrete System, where they have all these jigsaw puzzle-alike concrete structure made off-site, but they bring to the site and then they build accordingly based on the levels, based on the building. So it's very different. But that also means what? That also means whatever they build in APCS, the walls, they are all removable.
Yes. So that's the advantage of this particular development, right? Because you have the very flexible internal layout.
Yes.
And of course, this gives the buyers or the owners to easily reconfigure.
Correct.
For example, they can use a study to become a walk-in wardrobe.
Yes.
They can take out one common bedroom, they become a very big master bedroom, which we will go through later on.
Yes.
And this gives a lot of renovation potential for the buyer as well, in terms of their lifestyle.
Yes.
Example, now they don't have kids, or they want to hack, become a very big area. In the future, they have kids, they can just erect the wall up.
In fact, I prefer this idea compared to how HDB does the low walls concept. And to me, both works, but ultimately is what you really want to have.
Definitely.
And if you have a good idea and you have very good a mind of how you want to envision your unit is, this project will be the right one to go.
Definitely. Let's go straight into the layout analysis for 1-bedder. So for 1-bedder, right, there's only 3 units.
3 units.
3 units.
Yep.
And they are all on level 1. In fact, they are all on the 3 stacks. There's all 2-bedders and they are the level of 2-bedders. Only 3 units available, 409 square feet. So you come in actually with a very nice foyer area and a DB box, which potentially you can build a lot of extra storage as well, or even shoe cabinet.
I was joking with my colleagues. Imagine the whole project are all sold out except 1-bedders.
Only 3.
Only 3 is not so.
But I think even the PSF, right, I think should be quite affordable.
Yes, it is harmonized. So even for 1-bedder, you are paying for what you use or what you can step on. Plus, look at the APCS part of things. We are already looking at the hackable wall in between the master bedroom and the living room.
Which is over here.
Yeah. So you can have yourself a super big studio.
Exactly. Right.
Okay.
So for this, right, they even have a 4-seater dining area, which I think is very luxurious for one bedder. So like what Dennis said, imagine you hack out this particular wall, you have a very huge living area over here as well. And they even have a dual access toilet for the master bedroom.
Yes. In this part of things, you can actually do an enclosable kitchen. Probably the door is a little bit outside of the kitchen. Yeah, probably. Or can do it a little bit further in.
So shall we go into 2-bedder?
Yeah, I think we should.
Let's go.
2-bedders.
So total, they have 3 different types of 2-bedders. Total, they have 8 stacks, which is where the star area is. So each block, they have actually 2 stacks, which are 2-bedders, which are blue units, the stars area. Total, they have 3 different floor plans, and of total 91 units. So I felt that the best stacks will be the landed stacks.
Yeah,
This area here.
correct.
Okay, I felt these probably 1, 2, 3 are the best stacks. How about you?
I personally like 55 and 57.
The block itself.
Because from block 55, you have an open view to see the black and white houses. And even at level 6, you are able to have a good glimpse of the facility. Actually, it looks very nice. You have the unblocked view, you also have the facilities view.
Correct.
Likewise, for block 57, you have a very good clear view of the facilities and also the unblocked, all the way to the black and white houses.
In fact, I think one of the more expensive one could be Stack 70 also because of the pool view over here.
Yep.
So the one that are more quieter one probably is Stack 32 over at the back here.
In fact, everyone might want to know also, we have the main road here, right? We have one of the side road, which is Canberra Road. The thing is, across the development, all the way to the road, and then beyond will be the HDB, right?
Yeah,
it is true, it is near to HDB, but actually the setback or the distance is actually quite far. That distance is actually very, very comfortable. You might not be able to see your neighbor actually.
Correct.
Yeah, so it's good.
Quite a distance.
Yes, it is. And you notice the blocks facing for this particular project, no matter how you face,
you will not see your neighbor.
on the side view, you probably can see the neighbor on the side view.
A lot of privacy.
It's not like face to face, you know? Yeah, so it's a lot easier. With this, just now we did mention a little bit, just want to reiterate more, is that it is north-south facing.
Correct.
Right? And block 51 is true north-south. This is 5 degrees off, 22 degrees off, about 10 degrees off. But no matter what, if you choose the stacks that face out to the landed,
Correct.
your view will be perfect. Okay? So 2-bedders, let's go to the bedroom layout.
So we start with the 570 first. So 570, right, we have a very nice foyer area and the kitchen actually is all tucked to one side. So this small area here potentially can build into a small study as well. Can fit a 4-person dining table. Very nice dumbbell layout, efficient as well. Like what Dennis said, if you want, you can actually build up one of the glass door here to become an enclosable kitchen.
Yeah. Actually, the study area in this particular format
Correct.
don't have to be a study area. I never study in my kitchen. I don't know whether you do.
It can rack up as cabinets.
Yes, you're right. It can be a very nice cabinet, storage, whatever. But most importantly, I think what we can do a dry kitchen. A dry kitchen in a 2-bedder, not too bad.
So one side here dry, here will be wet.
Yeah, correct. So it's a lot easier too.
So for the living area, the sofa, right, they actually mentioned they can put 2-seater sofa, but in fact they can put 3-seater sofa.
Can put 3-seater. Yep.
Correct.
Because of the length of this particular living room and the dining area combined together.
So Dennis, ask you one question.
Yeah.
Do you know where to put the washer and dryer? So for this development, it's quite special.
Good question.
Okay, they put it in the balcony area. Usually for a studio or 2-bedder, right, they put it at where? Kitchen below.
Yes.
But this one, they put it at the balcony area.
So this only shows the developer had some thoughts about how to
Space.
utilize space.
Correct, yeah. Because usually the balcony is to what? I mean, condos, owners air their laundry, right? So why not just put it straight away, put it here? You can straight away air your laundry here.
Actually, I spoke to a lot of IDs, and you know what's the best part? This particular concept where you are talking about where you put the washer dryer outside is actually not approved. It's not approved because the floor trap has to be separately built to allow all this water to go get down all the way to level 1 and beyond, right? The kind of drain or seepage tunnel that you have in balconies are mainly for rainwater. Therefore, this particular stack, the developer has done it for you. So therefore, you can save space and put your washer dryer out there. But if you try this in other condo, it's definitely not approved.
So let's talk about the difference between 667 and 570. For the type 2-bedroom P and PB, they are almost similar except they are mirror image. And of course, type 2-bedroom PB is a show-flat unit. So what's the main difference between 667 and 570? As we can see from here, right, the main difference actually is the bath for the common bedroom, additional bath. In fact, the rest are quite similar.
Other than the kitchen on this 2B RC is all tucked on one side, and then the other two, the PA, PB will be an L-shaped kitchen.
L-shape.
Yeah.
And the L-shape, if you actually build out here, can be a what? Enclosable kitchen as well.
Yes, correct. Have to buy the very nice sliding door. For this particular two layouts, they also have their washer and dryer out there. So it's actually pretty cool. But most importantly, if you look at these particular two layouts in this two-bedder, we have what we call ensuite bathrooms and room. Now, two-bed, two-bath typically have this particular flexibility where you can stay and have your own private space. Maybe one for your master bedroom, for you and your wife or your partner, or the other one for your kids. And of course, if you are a dink couple, then one of the room over here, which is a 9 square meter, you can use it in a study room or a work from home area.
Correct.
Or even a man cave or a place for your spouses to put all your handbags and whatsoever. And most importantly, if you don't need so many rooms, you can just take it off.
Be a very big...
Yeah, technically you have a huge open area.
Huge studio.
Super huge. But of course, if this is for investment purposes,
yes,
right? Especially when we have all the Sembawang shipyard moving, we have all the different industrial sectors coming to the north side, you can rent it out, one room each.
To two different tenants to get higher rental use.
And later on when we talk about this price, actually your rental yield can be quite high for north side. So let's go to
the 3-bedder. Okay, so for the 3-bedders, we have total of 17 stacks. Just now we mentioned there's almost 52%, right?
52%, yep.
Yeah, 70 stacks, 5 different floor plans and 198 units. With that in mind, I think every blocks they have at least 3 to 4 stacks for the 3-bedders.
They have the 3-bedroom compact, they have the 3-bedroom premium.
I think my favorite stack is still these 2 blocks, 5-3 and 5-1 is facing the leather enclave. I think yours again will be these two, right?
Not bad, not bad. Quite near side gate, no problem.
So side gates are mainly over 1, 2 and 3.
Yes, correct. They have one over here. They have one over here as a side gate, but this is only for emergency. So not for residents or even public access.
So now we'll talk about the 3-bedroom CAP. So you come in with a very nice foyer area and a DB box, which potentially we can build cabinets as well. After which we have this kitchen area on the left side over here. So this particular area, right, we can actually build like a glass wall or even an enclosed kitchen area. After which they also can fit a 6-bedder dining table.
Wow, it's huge.
It's huge, and of course they use a dual access toilet for the common bedroom on the right.
Yep.
Bedroom 4, bedroom 3. Okay, with a dual access and a very nice and longish living area. And on the left side, they have 2 bedrooms, mainly the bedroom 2 and the master bedroom. So what's the main difference between the 797 and the 872 square feet? The main difference actually is the master bedroom. So for the 872, they have an additional L shape, something like a walk-in wardrobe.
Yeah, and look at the square meter. The square meter for 872 square feet in terms of the master bedroom and the walk-in wardrobe is 17 square meter.
Correct.
The other one is only 12. So if you are someone or couple that desires walk-in wardrobe and space, in fact, you can remove the current walk-in wardrobe here and make it even bigger, or even a work-from-home area.
So just now you mentioned about removing this area to become a bigger area, right? What if now you buy a 3-bedder, but you don't need 3 bedrooms? So what could possibly be done, right? Remember when we talked about the walls just now?
Yeah.
So I'll give you idea number 1. Can actually for this 872, right? You can take away this wall over here.
Yep.
And become what? Your next wall will be here.
Become a 2-bedder but huge.
2-bedder master bedroom.
2-bedder master bedroom.
So your master bedroom could essentially, right,
become a 2-bedder itself.
Yeah, be this big.
Yeah, man.
So like you talk about the APCS system, right?
Yes.
So some idea that you can generate is this. So we use the 797, which is a particular this floor plan. Can we do some adjustment? Look at this, eh? So this is the current floor plan we coming with the foyer, okay? Kitchen area. You got the left side common bedroom 1, which right side common bedroom 2, and your master bedroom. So instead of 3 bedroom right now you can create into a 4 bedroom.
Oh, 3-bedder to 4-bedder.
How they do it? They actually remove this wall over here to put it nearer.
Okay.
So look over here, it's supposed to be here. They tuck in nearer to here.
Yep.
But they enclose up this wall over here. Instead of a dual access, they enclose up to become this bedroom number 1. Okay?
Yep.
Of course it's smaller. You use the space to create an additional room. So for your whole living area, you cut short a bit. So you push your wall from here, this here, to this way here. So this will be your revised wall. And from here, the 1 bedroom over here, you change into a 2 bedroom over here. Of course your master bedroom, you don't do any adjustment. But you have 1 bedroom, 2 bedroom, 3 bedroom, and of course your master bedroom.
From a 3-bedder budget, you can fix it into a 4-bedder.
Yes, I mean this essentially could be idea, and this idea actually came from one of our partners in renovation. It's called Rest and Relax.
Oh,
Yeah,
Wilson!
Yeah, so of course if you have certain ideas from this project that you think can be done, You can actually look for them. So essentially in the future, if you want to sell, how to sell?
You cannot post a 4-bidder.
3 or 4 bidder. I mean, if you're a 4-bidder at this size, then it will be a bit difficult.
Correct.
But of course, willing buyer, willing seller.
We already have a core central region project that sells a 4-bidder at 980 square feet. So if this is a 797 4-bidder, legendary.
So let's go to more comparison right now. We have 872, 883 and another 872 as well. So for these 3 floor plans, the main difference, right? I think we can have a look at the 883, which we never went through just now.
Yes, which is the study area.
Correct. So actually we come in with this very nice foyer area which can do a lot of things. We can potentially build a shoe cabinet or even some place for you to sit down to wear your shoes.
Yes.
More cabinets. Come in with a very nice dining table and kitchen view. They have a very nice dry kitchen area and of course the L-shaped wet kitchen as well. And with this, you also have a very nice window in the kitchen. I think that's what 797 and the 872 don't have it. Then they have a very nice study area which has dual access from the kitchen and to the walkable area here as well. Once you enter the house, they have actually a very nice big vast view of the whole living area and a very nice 6-seater dining area with a 3-seater sofa and a 6 square meter balcony, which move on into all the common rooms and the master bedroom. So with this and the 872, what's the main difference? Actually, they have the largest kitchen. They have the wet and dry kitchen and even an L-shaped kitchen. And of course, the study, they have a dual access. So for the study, right, it can be used as a different functions.
Yes.
You can hack away. You can actually use as a functional room.
You can hack away the study room and then make the kitchen enclosable. In fact, one of the main thing about this 883 is that the toilets are naturally ventilated. The common bath and the master bedroom bath. And also, even their wet kitchen have a window as well, which is just here. So actually, a lot of people prefers that to happen. But of course, when it comes to Canberra Crescent, do take note that a lot of the 3-bedders, even some of the 2-bedders, they have this thing called a private foyer, right? Because they understand that privacy, it matters to some of the family nucleus or the family customers that is buying this particular project. They want to make sure that this space is actually good enough to deter whatever harm that their younger family members might face. So this particular private fire is actually one of the biggest things in CCR. We understand that actually these are space, but when it comes to privacy, I don't think money can buy privacy. This is the only way.
Okay, so the next few floor plans for the 3-bedroom are the 990. So in fact, these two are mirror image. So let's talk about one of it right now. Same thing as what you mentioned, Dennis, you have a very nice private area. But now, this particular floor plan, right, they have an additional household shelter. Of course, with a very nice dry kitchen and wet kitchen, and the rest are quite similar. And you have, like what we mentioned, you have all the WC, you have ventilation, master as well.
Actually, if you have a household shelter, how would you do it? Storeroom.
Storeroom.
I mean, in practical sense, it's really storeroom.
But in fact, you know, some of the show flat that I went, they designed up to be a helper's room. You know why? The household shelter, right, they have this built-up rack.
Yes.
Okay, and this particular like cabinet, right, you can pull down to be a bed.
Yes, that's
and
a
you can fold up.
Correct. That's a Murphy's bed.
Yeah, I think it's very amazing, you know.
It's good. And it actually works for us also. In case we quarrel our wife, then we know where to sleep next.
Toilet
You want to sleep toilet? Cannot lah. I cannot.
WC here.
I don't mind. WC cannot fit in.
Can I suppose?
But if I have a home shelter and if storeroom is not one of the options, I will make it into a man cave.
Play game.
Yeah, play game, music, surround systems, speakers. The thing is, we went to so many show flats until
right?
now, in our career.
Yeah.
There are so many designs of
ideas what I can do.
Exactly. And of course, practical wise, storeroom. Number 2 will be the helper's room. But
actually, some of the projects, right, their study is about the same size as the household
yes,
shelter.
correct.
So that's why you say how they design the study is quite fascinating as well. So now this is mirror image. Practically the difference is only the household shelter sizes. It's all about the same. Now move into a comparison between a 3-bedroom compact and a 3-bedroom premium. So essentially the difference is the larger living space.
Yes, longer.
Alright, so for the 990, they have a 3-meter width.
Yes.
The length is about 5.1.
Total square meter 33.
Correct, and this only 28.
28. Yeah, in fact, for 872, the width of the living room is only 2008.
Correct, as compared to 3.90.
Yes. That makes a lot of difference actually.
About 20 cm.
Yeah, 20 cm is quite a bit. You can tell.
Once you go in, you can see the difference.
Correct.
And of course, the 990, they have a household shelter. They have a larger DB area. You see this large area and this is small. In fact, usually DB area they use as a shoe cabinet. They rack up or put additional.
Because the circuit MCC box is only occupying a certain part, right? The rest of it, they will do in cabinets and whatsoever.
Yes.
So actually, it's very useful.
Correct. And for 990, we have additional WC as well. So for your instances right now, if let's say you are a buyer right now and now you're in a queue for balloting and reaches your turn, you have these two options to choose. Which one will you choose?
If I have a budget, I'll go for 990.
Why you go for 990?
I think home shelter is an important part in my family nucleus. I need space to store the luggages, all the whatever not. But of course, if my kids move out, then I can make it a man cave, right? But other than that, in terms of the living room, I have always enjoyed a big living room in my current HDB.
Yep.
But that being said also, we need to sacrifice a little bit more. But if 990 can give me the same kind of space, the vastness and the airness, then why not? And balcony, if I were to do it a little bit differently, right? I would actually put the dining area into the balcony.
Fresco dining.
Yeah, exactly. And if this particular stack or this unit face the landed,
that's it.
Perfect.
That's it. You know what? You know what they say, right? You know, I have a HDB seller. Every time the buyer come and view, I say, you see, because they are behind here, looking at the swimming pool. Then I say, you see, you buy here, 你看久啊，你就会住那边了。
Oh,
so
actually,
manifestation,
yeah.
I look, every time look at the owners, suntanning, then you envy, then you want to be more motivated to work harder.
Yeah. So that you can buy a unit right over there.
The same.
Yep.
So you overlook the landed enclave.
Not bad.
The more you look, the more you envision.
The closer it gets.
Correct. You see, it becomes bigger and bigger and bigger.
But on top of that, the WC. Normally, the WC, I will actually put it into utility yard. You don't need so many toilets. I mean, for my family nucleus, I don't need so many.
So let's now go into the 4-bedder, shall we?
Oh, 4-bedder. Interesting.
So 4-bedder, they have 7 different stacks, 5 floor plans and 84 units. And most of them are in 53, 55 and 57.
This only shows that you want to give the best view to the ones that own the highest amount of share values and amount of space.
So we have 5 floor plans. So mainly these two is 1163 and 1173. Let's go into 163 right now. When you come into 163, right, there's a very nice foyer area. Same thing, more privacy. Like what Dennis mentioned earlier, it's very important to families to have a lot of privacy when it comes to buying a big houses. Very nice dry kitchen here. And of course, that's where you place your fridge over here.
Yes, correct.
And a very nice wet kitchen as well, L-shaped. And a very nice yard and WC at the back.
Yeah.
And that's where also they put their washer and dryer. And nicely done is that they put the house shelter at the back of it so that it's being concealed from all your guests. It's not so unsightly as well. Very nice 6-seater dining area. Very spacious living room area and a study at the side as well.
Which the study connects to the balcony as well.
So you have a very long balcony.
Yeah, man.
This reminds me of one of the projects I saw recently. Kingsford Water Bay.
Oh.
The balcony is being extended to one of their common bedrooms. Yeah, very nicely done. Common room, very nice size, 9 square meter. And of course, they have this very big common room as well. Bedroom 4, 10 square meter, which come as a dual access toilet as well.
The bathroom too.
So it can potentially be a junior master if you want to. And again, like we mentioned, all the walls are
hackable,
removable.
Yes.
If today I buy a 4-bedroom and I'm a sole owner, I will hack all the way all the walls.
Then you can play catching.
No, I'm just kidding. Potentially you can hack the walls. Whereas for 1173, the differences is only mainly the foyer. Apart from that, I think the rest are very similar. We talk about the APCS system where CCR is being adopted. Just like we talk about 3-bedder transform into a 4-bedder.
Yes.
Right now, how about a 4-bedder transform into a 5-bedder?
Wow, 1163 square feet can turn into 5-bedder.
Okay, so let me show you, right? So currently, we have this living room area and the study over here. But right now, we take away the study. But all the walls of these walls, we need to adjust.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, and you adjust. Essentially, we bring this room to make it smaller a bit. So you see, for this wall, we'll shift to this side.
Yeah.
So you see, this is the original wall.
We move left.
Shift it here.
We move left a little bit.
And this original wall, we shift a bit to here as well. So here become 1 bedroom. Of course, your living room, if I'm not wrong, they will shift a bit smaller as well.
Yep.
So will be from here to here to the second bedroom.
Yes, correct.
So total we have a bit smaller living room, but we have 1 bedroom, 2 bedroom, 3, 4, and 5 bedroom.
HDB also don't have so many rooms.
Right? You were speechless, right?
Yeah.
But when I saw this whole plan by Rest and Relax, I was like, is it possible? But then I look again, it's very possible that it is.
And they are damn good.
It's very possible. It's
They're
really
damn good
possible.
at doing it. Yeah.
So of course, they have another floor plan as well, which is the 1216. So they have the SA and the SB. Let me go through one again. SA 1216 square feet. Very big foyer again from here and your DB box, and potentially you can build another cabinet. Come in a very nice enclosable. This is a glass panel, right?
Yeah.
So actually there's a lot of natural lights that come in over here.
Correct.
Yeah, very bright. Yard area, and their study actually is linked to the kitchen and to the walkable area. Okay, and you have your dry kitchen over here. Very nicely fit 6-seater dining area and your 3-seater sofa with a very longish balcony.
Can put more than 8-seater dining table there.
Can.
Yeah, this
you
one
can
really
adjust
long.
now, you can adjust accordingly. It's
You
possible.
remove the dry kitchen, remove the
this
study
one
room.
this
Oh
one.
my god.
And the bedrooms is a junior master toilet over here.
Yep.
And you can have 2 junior masters as well.
9 square meter bedroom size is actually very comfortable.
Correct, definitely. Okay, and another common bedroom and a very nice master bedroom with a master toilet.
Yep.
So I think the main door is over here. So again, the difference between these two is mainly the orientation of your
Home shelter.
So we talk about the floor plan efficiency, right? If we look into this area, like the torchlight being shined this area, right? Currently we have this study area and a dry kitchen. Study area, which looks like that. That means one room over here and your dry kitchen over here. But what we mentioned is that the study room actually here is hackable, am I right?
Yes.
So if we hack and become a very big area, example, we build into the wine room, it can potentially look like that.
Looks like a whole long stretch
Of dry kitchen, or even maybe here can be where you store your wines.
This is like a bar, man.
Next thing, we go into the floor plan efficiency again. So currently we have this master bedroom and your bedroom too, which looks a bit like that. But we can actually hack this wall, raise it up, become a very big master bedroom.
Yes.
All the way.
Correct.
So it looks like here, over here.
The living room is the master bedroom. In fact, you look at this.
Yep.
This is the wardrobe. Very cool.
Exactly.
It actually feels like what? Feels like MBS hotel room.
Like a suite, right?
Yeah,
like a suite,
exactly.
Right? Like a family suite.
Imagine you're going home to Canberra to your own hotel.
This whole length is about 5.5.
Yeah, it's very wide.
Having said that, let's change something into perspective. So currently with this floor plan, if you hack away these common room walls, right, the whole length, come in here and stand here and see, it can potentially be a 7.7 meter frontage. By integrating the living and the dining space with the bedroom two together, that means this whole area.
If we want to have this wide frontage in terms of condominium, the price point you need to pay is
crazy.
easily about 3.4 million and above.
Easily, totally.
Easily. Yep.
And this usually happens for the Lux project, CCI area, and it's in core central region.
Yeah.
As we mentioned, and if we take out this study and build a very nice long dry kitchen, actually it's very beautiful as well. So let's do a bit of comparison to the 4-bedroom standard and the 4-bedroom premium.
This one quite obvious. The amount of square feet in each plan actually determines how much space you have in different parts of the particular floor
Correct.
plan.
Okay, let's now zoom into the 1324. So you come in into a very nice foyer, that's similar to that. But right now, they have a very big spacious dry kitchen. It's an L-shaped dry kitchen.
This one more like an L-shaped dry bar to me,
A
man.
dry bar. Very nice study, big spacious study. And of course, this whole 5-meter balcony area, we have 5.2 length of the whole living area.
Whole living room together, right?
Their study is being tucked one side with the dry kitchen. And they have a dual access for this J and Jill. So for this common 1 and common 2 bedroom. And for this like a junior master. And the master bedroom have a L-shaped wardrobe. So it's a huge master bedroom from here all the way down to this side as well.
So 16 plus 5 is 21 square meter effectively.
So if we do a side-by-side comparison with a 1216 and 1324, of course the difference actually is the larger living hall and the balcony, larger master L-shaped wardrobe, larger dry kitchen, and of course the Jack and Jill bathroom.
But in terms of balcony, it's 10 meters. It's actually quite spacious. You can do a lot of things in this 1324 square feet unit. 10 square meter. If you look at here, in total, your living room is almost about 39 square meter.
Oh, it's huge, man.
So 39 square meter for this 4-bedder premium, and understanding how the developers will price this particular project is actually very doable. So we haven't talked about how we're going to use the advantages of APCS and turn these 4-bedders into a 5-room or 5-bedder, which is actually very doable.
I agree as well.
We don't have this plan now, but we will get it. And once we get it, please feel free to get to us and we will show you how a budget of a 3-bedder condo outside of Northside can buy a 4-bedder in CCR and you can turn it into a 5-bedder. With the least amount of money, with the average amount of space, you can make it into a lot of space.
More space efficient.
Yeah, man. Now, the thing is, why we mentioned about the ABCS and why we mentioned about how a 4-bedder you can turn into a 5-bedder is because at this current juncture, all the other private properties that are doing their resale pricing right now actually is very competitive. When we look at transacted price in 2024, which is a TOP date for Commodore, their 2-bedder is almost 1.3 million. Their 3-bedders, 1.9 million. 4-bedders, 2.25. And then just in this year itself, Water Gardens at Canberra, TOP just this year, and 2-bedders at 1.276, 3-bedders at 1.8, and most importantly, 4-bedders at 2.3. Now, if you ask me, these two condo projects, when they put together, their pricing doesn't quite makes a lot of difference. But if I were to put Canberra Crescent Residences, which is a brand new project, TOP said to be in 2029, 2030, and new being new, but the pricing for 4-bedder you're paying starting from 2.2 million is a lot newer compared to what you see in Water Gardens and Commodore. No problems buying resale, but if today you have a chance to buy a brand new condo, lower pricing, and you live inside when it's brand new, or you sell when it's brand new, actually, which one do you prefer? So right now, we are actually being able to pay a lower price, skipping all the renovations, and you are able to get a brand new private full-fledged condo compared to an EC. One thing we didn't mention in this particular podcast is that all the electrical appliances, they are Lux, they are SMAC,
yes.
They are Vizuk, there are other very nice branded sanitary fittings, and if you think about it, technically only need to fix two things: good day and night curtains, plus nice lightings. You don't have to buy from big brands, just go Taobao. You can find similar, right? But the house just looks different.
Exactly.
With good view, good price, good space, what's there to ask for?
So with this in mind, I think we have concluded this podcast with these few USP for CCR. Mainly, we have a safe entry price with an old price tag, which I think a lot of buyers, what they want to see in this new launch market right now.
Especially for those people who think that their ship has sailed.
Correct.
It's back.
The boat comes back every day, yeah? And private home with prices competitive with the current ECs.
Correct.
Talking about the northern transformation, what it can eventually becomes. And definitely what we'll get is also the safe entry price. And with the good exit strategy, which we mentioned earlier. With this in mind, we have come to the end of our podcast. If you got any questions, please call us. If not, we'll see you in the next video.
Yay.
See you.